On Valentine's Day, I want to speak to you about being passionate. Speak about what you're passionate about and be passionate about what you speak about. So I've been speaking since 1994 and I always ran it in conjunction with my broadcasting career. I started as a radio journalist, presenter, and then moved into television. And I always used to get asked to do speaking, but it wasn't my primary source of income. Now I'm mainly a speaker who does a little bit of telly and occasionally a little bit of radio. But I probably made the decision about 5 years ago to start speaking and peaking about what I'm really passionate about, because I often used to do events, because my background is live radio, I pretty much thought I could talk about anything, and maybe I could, but I wasn't very good at it. I'm only good about speaking about what I really love, what I'm really passionate about. So what I did one day was I got my clipboard, and on the back of an old West Ham team sheet, because I'm the stadium announcer at West Ham in another life, I wrote down the things that I'm passionate about. Number one, sport. I love football, rugby, cricket, darts, any kind of competitive sport, particularly team sports. Love tennis. I love it. And so I don't need to do research for that, because I always read a newspaper from the back rather than from the front, and I love watching sport on TV. I love going to live sport, so I put down sport. I want to do more sport. I put down live stuff. I love live stuff because I hate doing talks where it's just the same every time. You're just doing the same 1 hour keynote every time. I love live stuff where you're never quite sure what's going to happen. So I put that down. I want to do more talking about sport, more live stuff. I love TV. Perhaps that's not very highbrow, but I love TV. I love watching TV. And what I particularly like is documentaries and newsy programmes. So I put TV down. I love comedy, I love music, and I'm passionate about charities. So those are the things I put down. I thought, now how can I speak more about those? So first of all, sport. I've started doing a lot more after dinners, particularly with my stories about working as a commentator on radio, lots of football stories. I do a lot at the moment about London 2012. I worked as a TV reporter at London 2012. I commentated on all the athletics at the Paralympics. I was very passionate about the Paralympics. Devastated today to hear the news about Oscar Pistorius that's come out of Pretoria. So sad about that. Well, he's a real hero of mine. Just a shocking story. But passionate about the Paralympics. I do a lot of stuff in my after dinner about the Paralympics at the moment, and I'll always pitch up anywhere where the Paralympics need someone to talk positively about them. So the live stuff, I started trying to do more award shows, because a lot of that would be live, you're thinking on your feet. I'm not a particularly good speaker in the sense that I don't get better as I rehearse, but what I am quite good at, I think, is I'm quite good off the cuff, thinking on my feet. That's what I rate myself. Perhaps the lines aren't brilliant, but the speed I get to them, I fancy myself, I'm quite good at that sort of stuff. And comparing and emceeing, I've started doing a lot more of that because it's live. So sport and live. I put down TV I really like, and I thought, now how can I make a career as a speaker about TV? So I teach people how to do perfect television interviews. And again, I'm passionate about that because the number of times I see people, particularly business people, on telly, and they throw it away. They waste an opportunity to get a really good positive plug-in. They throw it away. And I remember, this all dates back to one time on radio. I interviewed this author about her book. And my opening question was, so, what's your book about? And she said, oh, you've caught me on the hop a bit there. And I just thought, what? If you don't know, if you can't answer a question, what's your book about? If you hadn't guessed that question, what planet are you on? And so then I thought, I'm going to teach authors how to promote their books better. And so I do that. I do how to do the perfect TV interview. And I'm passionate about that. And I'm good at that. So stick, when you're picking your subjects to speak about, think, what am I good at? What am I passionate about? Stick them down. Comedy, I couldn't really think how to bring comedy in. I do a talk called Using Humour and how humour varies around the world. But it's not one of my big ones. It's just one I occasionally offer to people. Would you like your business presenters to be able to use humour a bit more? Music, I love music, particularly Chopin, Mozart, Beethoven, any piano music. I'm passionate about that. But you know what? I don't do any talks about that because there's so many more people that know more about it than I do. So I put that down. And charity, I made a pledge that I would do 6 charity events every year, and one charity that I'm really passionate about supporting is the Bobby Moore Fund. Bobby Moore was a big hero of mine. He was the captain of England when they won the Football World Cup. He was captain of my team, West Ham United, and we're about to commemorate 20 years since we lost Bobby to bowel cancer, and we've got a big event coming up at the Bowling Ground, home of West Ham, when we play our big rival Spurs, which is going to be later this month, so only about a week and a half away, and I'll be down on the pitch with the microphone doing some stuff for that. So that's my message today. Pick what you're passionate about and talk about that. And you know what? You'll not only be better at it, it'll be easier for you because you won't need to think about it. It'll be coming from the heart, and speaking from the head's great, but speaking from the heart is absolutely brilliant. I hope it's useful. You can find all the videos at jeremynicholas.co.uk. Thank you.